Well, hello. Yes, it's time for another Brian Crall Live. I'm so happy that you're here. If you don't know what goes on every day on Brian Crall Live, it's a show where I have on friends and we play games, or I have on characters, or we just chat and I update you on things like space. We have dance parties every Friday. What? Today is Friday? We're going to have a dance party? Oh yes, I have a special boy band edition of the dance party for you. But before we do all that, I have a great guest today. He is from a show called Extra Butter. He's one of my most favorite people in the whole world. Look, everybody, it's Mark S. Allen. Oh, wait a second.
Hey, Brian, are you there? Hello, Brian, I'm trying to adjust. I'm not used to doing these Skype calls. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
oh, hell. What? Hang on.
Just clear your Emmys out of the way. Just clear your Emmys out of the way.
I've got all this crap. Can't. Hang on. Okay.
I'm so jealous right now. You don't even know.
Oh, son of a beeswax. Oh.
Oh, you have a Vader.
Are we masked or no mask?
No mask. We don't have to social distance. We're just over Skype.
Oh, that's right, because I'm in my home.
Yeah.
That's right. And you're.
Wow, it has the top. What's happening?
No wonder he was so cranky. Hey.
Hi, how are you? It's good to see you.
It's good. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts in a familiar way. Hold on a second.
Oh, what's going on? Are you sitting? Another Emmy. Man, they just multiply at your house.
You don't want to know where I was keeping that one. Okay.
How many Emmys do you have now?
We the show Extra Butter just picked up one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. Seven. Mark,
7 Emmys.
Mark, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Each year, it just means that much less in the overall universe, and they're just handing them out, kind of like COVID mask at a bar these days.
No, blah,
take
blah.
one, come on in.
Blah, 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 blah. You should be happy with yourself. That show's great. You do a great job. Tell everybody what Extra Butter is all about. That's what we need to go. What's what we need to say first?
Okay. Extra Butter is...
Are you okay?
I had graphics and everything prepared. Hey, Tom Cruise. Extra Butter. So, Brian, you and I became friends. You used to be on my other show from time to time that I was that I really enjoyed doing, marking the movies. But then when I came over and ABC picked it up for syndication, we rebranded it Extra Butter.
Right.
So it's just a show where we talk to celebrities, largely, I would say up until the pandemic, always about movies. But now we'll talk about pretty much anything that's going to appear on a screen anywhere.
Okay.
Extra Butter. Ask for it by name.
That, Mark, I mean, I know they would have you go to like from city to city and city and talk to celebrities. Have you been able to still do that a little bit with Skype and everything? I haven't watched the show in a while. I've been busy doing this thing, so.
Right. And also, look, this isn't like a kiss-ass fest, but I've got to tell you that I've been watching your movie show whenever you guys talk about top 10 lists, et cetera.
Yeah.
Incredibly entertaining, and it's all the more reason why I shouldn't have a show, because your show is so good.
Oh,
I love watching. No, I mean, I love watching you guys talk about movies. The deal with the celebs, like I thought for sure it was all going to shut down. And I thought, oh, hell, there goes the show, because I can't fly around to talk to these celebrities. The studios were very quick to adjust, and pretty much without skipping a beat. I mean, by the next week, all of a sudden, interviews that I typically would have to do in New York or LA or something were suddenly available on Skype or Zoom, especially Zoom. And the cool thing about it, you lose the intimacy of sitting toe-to-toe with someone, but at the same time, you're kind of in their house, which is kind of a cool thing, Brian, because you can look and go, oh, wow, I always wondered what Judd Apatow's living room looked like. That's cool.
Yeah, I would so be scoping out all the things that are happening behind and everything. That would be my favorite part. Is I wouldn't even interview them about their movie. I would just ask them about things that are behind them on the wall and everything.
I'm such a dummy, because you said, you could show a clip or something, and the first thing I thought of was, it's Tom Cruise's birthday, so I pulled this old clip of him.
Yeah.
But last week I got to talk to Jon Stewart, who is like comedy god. I think you look up to him as much as I do.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find it because I found an old picture of him on short attention span theater, and it caused the best moment. Talk amongst yourselves while I try to find it.
I love just the flurry of images that are going on behind you. It's, oh, look at that. Here, let me do. Oh, yeah.
So that was like one of my last shows on Comedy Central with Rob Schneider co-hosting it, but the show was originated by Jon Stewart. And I found this old picture of Jon Stewart on the show.
Crap.
I showed it to him. Patty Rossborough, by the way, brilliant comedian. She left for maternity leave right after this, and he hosted solo. She's back in the comedy game again. He went on to do his own show on MTV, then, of course, blew up and became the Jon Stewart that we know today.
Right.
So I'm showing him this picture, and he goes, wow, that is so remarkable. He goes, where did you get that picture? And now I'm afraid, like, is it trademarked or something? And I said, I just Googled it. You can't erase history. It's everywhere. He goes, I love that I'm the anchor of a network show, and they love me so much that they misspelled my name.
Oh, shit. That's right. I wouldn't even have noticed that. Holy crap.
I wouldn't have noticed that either. But I guess if you're Jon Stewart, you're privy to these things. You're aware. Branding is everything.
Oh.
Let's see, flurry of images. Remember this? Remember back, Brian Crall, when we used to do something called Go to Movie Theaters?
Oh, I miss it a lot. There's me. I'm that orb right there. Yeah, Mark.
Why so deep? Yeah.
I miss movies a lot. Like, I miss going and watching movies so much.
I'm so shallow that it's pretty much the only thing I'm concerned about these days. To hell with everything else. Are we ever going to be able to go back to movie theaters or not?
I know. I can't wait. I really do miss it. Also, did you hear that I did some voiceover work yesterday? This was really fun.
I saw you on a microphone, and you don't need two of me.
Well,
I saw you on a microphone, and you look quite pleased, and I can't wait to find out what that's all about. What did you do? Like animation or commercial? What was it?
It's a commercial. It's a statewide commercial, though, all through California, and it's for Cash in the Can. It's when you charge your own AC, and then you can take the can back and get a $10 deposit back. And so I'm the big bear that you see on billboards right now. I'm the big bear.
Are you the voice of it?
Yeah. Artie the.
Wait, are you the face of Artie the bear?
Well, yeah. Like, I'm the face behind the face. Yeah.
Got it.
Which is pretty cool.
That is so awesome. I mean, that's how it happens. You'll parlay that into something else, and the next thing you know, you're going to be on a Simpsons, or you're going to be on some original Cartoon Network series, or Adult Swim.
That ship has sailed, Mark.
It's not true. This is how the game works. You never know. Never say never.
I do really like that picture you have back there, because that's when we used to do opening sketches for your show. And me and you and Chris Emery would always put together something really fun. And it was always like, I love that. I love the cold opening that we used to do.
I look back on it and I go, I can't believe like there was no governing agency or internal Census Bureau watching some of the stuff we did. Think about some of the stuff we did. I think we had you on broadcast television at 9 o'clock in the morning, half naked, Brian, at least on one occasion.
Oh yeah, see, choking you. Those are. Yeah,
whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. We were selling that show, Mark. That's what was important. I'd be willing to get naked now for your show.
It was always just an excuse to do fun stuff, and I used to have a blast when you and Chris Emery would come on. Chris is like one of the best sketch sparks I've ever met.
Yeah,
like yourself.
He's a great writer.
He used to bring it.
No, he is a great writer. He's great at characters. It's so good. I had him on the other day, and we were playing Would You Rather. And that was really fun.
Wait, so this is one of my favorite road trip games, but when I'm with adults.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, like, do you play it no holds barred? Like on this broadcast? Do you really?
So, Mark, it's 11 a.m.
Okay.
And we have people from like all across the country watching. So I didn't want to do like the dirty version, but I think we're going to have to play the dirty version, because the not dirty version was really not dirty at all. It needs to be
Right, and you need that quality to it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the whole reason you play it. But I'm thinking through right now, how would I handle it if I were involved with that? One, I'll never be your guest on that game when you're no holds barred, because the way we play it, it's not only filthy, but it's probably kind of hurtful to, to people, places, and things that become involved.
Yeah, I just played off of an app. I didn't want to get too personal or anything like that. So also,
Oh, okay.
everybody's chiming in on chat too. So I'm just going to share a couple comments really quick. Let's see. Yeah, Tyler feels the same way. He's like, yeah, I miss theaters too, even going by myself. Yeah, that was my favorite part about going to a movie, is like just hanging out and going to a movie by yourself, or last minute going to check something out. And then Tyler was also asking, weren't you a guest on ACL not too long ago? Yeah, you were on the show like late last year or something like that, right?
Yeah, I feel like I got a chance to. I'm so thankful that I got one in before everything came crashing down. What do you mind if I ask you? This is a call I normally would make off the air, but what are your plans? When do you think, in 3 weeks, if things start to open up again, are you guys coming back?
So it seems, Mark, it seems like every time we get close to something, they pull it back. And so we are opening our comedy school. That's happening next week. So in-person classes are starting again. We were just about ready to open a bar outside on 20th Street because they shut down the street, but then they closed bars again. So now we can't do that. But if they open back up, we'll put the bar back outside.
I feel like this conversation is missing the voice of anger, so I'll jump in and I'll be one of those angry people.
Yeah.
I am so tired of people interfering and trying to save lives and do the right thing. I'm so tired of these people who have doctorate degrees and decades of research jumping in trying to save lives.
Yeah, I know.
Damn them.
That's the thing, Mark, is I don't want to, stomp off. That's what I've been doing a lot of lately.
I'm actually just grabbing a prop.
I like that inside your room here, that you have just random masks around and Emmys hanging out. And I remember I went to a Oscar party at your house, and I found the room that you keep your Emmys in, and I went inside and I took a selfie next to your Emmys. But I thought it was a little too weird for me to post that later on. So it's just for me.
The room that I keep the Emmys in. You're talking about the bathroom where you go in and you have to roll it off, break off a piece.
That's so funny. Hey, we have a clip. I asked you to show us a clip of some of the stuff that you do. This was really cool. Where was this clip at?
All right. So in Sevilla, Spain, they shot a movie, which, by the way, when we start talking about Tom Cruise movies, I'll go ahead and lead with this. A movie that you probably didn't see. It tanked at the box office, which is a shame because it's a fun movie. It's really a fun movie, and it's kind of a different style of Tom Cruise movie called Night and Day. It's action but comedy, and he and Cameron Diaz are just incredibly charming together. And so I went to Sevilla, Spain, where they were doing pickup shoots for part of it, and they had invited me to be a part of one of the rehearsals for one of the pickup scenes. And so the clip you're going to show, we're chasing Tom Cruise around on a Ducati in Spain, a 30 camera shoot, and him whipping, I can't believe that any permit was allowed to allow this happen, because no matter how good of a stunt person or driver he is, you're going high speeds around these crowds in Sevilla, Spain, around century-old castles. And then this one car came to a stop, and I thought we were stopped, and I jumped out too soon and kind of flew out onto the ground. And Tom Cruise ran over to me, and I don't know if you'll hear it or not. He goes, "You okay? You okay?" And I just instantly launched into TV boy. "Hey, how are you? Was this your idea? This is really cool, Tom Cruise."
Yeah. No, this is great. Okay, and it's Tom Cruise's, it's his birthday today. I didn't even know that. You're the one that brought that up to me.
58 years old.
No,
that sounds old to me. I can't imagine how old that sounds to you.
You're shitting me. He's 58, really?
Seriously, this guy. Now, I know we have a mutual friend, Jill Carnahan, who has shared some things that there might be some human growth hormone involved, some daily injections. I don't know. Allegedly, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Regardless, if I had access, I would probably be doing a little bit of everything. I mean, come on, look at this. There's more than 58 years of Botox going on inside me.
Okay, by the way, Mel is watching. She says, "I love Night and Day." Also, Megan said the same thing. So yeah, you definitely are right about that. It has an audience. Let's watch the clip because I think this is really good. Okay, I got it queued up. Right.
Roll the tape.
Roll the tape. I had it ready. No, it's okay. It's up here. There we go.
They ever soiled themselves?
A few.
Well, let's see what happens right now. Let's hope for Scotch Guard.
It's Cameron Diaz about to drive me, and I didn't realize she's actually going to be doing the driving.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing.
It's my first time. Be gentle.
Is it? Okay, perfect. I will. You know what you can do?
Yeah?
To get yourself up a little bit higher in that seat, push up a little bit so you have a better view on over the dash.
I love that I'm getting stunt instruction from Cameron Diaz. Essentially just telling me to hold on. So this is her just showing me her skills. Watch this side up that she does.
Yeah, dude, she crushes this.
That's a special handle that causes 2 of the brakes to activate.
Did you mean to do that?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Did you mean to do that?
Now you're going to go do a little...
Look out for the people! Not the people! They're just tourists! Run for your lives!
All right, so then Tom Cruise walks up to us.
Isn't this so cool? This is what
How you doing?
This is great.
I didn't know you were coming too. I thought I'd join. All right. Don't tell anybody I soiled the seat. No worries. All right, what are we doing, pal? Okay, you're coming after me.
You just made sure I didn't poop in the car.
Yeah,
Just a second.
yeah.
Have you done this
I would've
particular
pooped for
stunt
sure.
He's
before?
walking me over
Never
to
done it before.
his
Okay, where am I
motorcycle.
going?
He's going to put me in a car with a highly skilled stunt driver, and we're going to chase Tom Cruise around
All right.
on his
So
Ducati
you're driving with a
and try to catch him.
world champion drift driver. Fantastic. And the deal is, you try to get me. Got it. Okay. Are there guns involved? Take him down. You and me.
This is great. I can't believe that there's just spectators in the background watching this, you know?
I know. Could you imagine you just go out to get a torta, and all of a sudden Tom Cruise is on his motorcycle 10 feet in front of you?
This is so
Can you
bad.
imagine what? I mean, look at how many blocks we travel on this thing. How did they keep it secure just to keep that average Joe from like walking into the middle of the street at the wrong time?
They're in Spain. If this was America, there'd be people spilling over the barricades right now.
Yeah, right, exactly. Good point.
Yeah, in the United States, they wouldn't be able to do this at all.
Right. And I would have crashed the motorcycle. Like, I would have just fallen off. Wouldn't have hurt anybody, but like, I would have just tipped it over and not been able to pick it back up again. I'm glad your volume's up because I squeal like a child.
I have the volume all the way up. It's like peaking for some reason, but... Oh!
I got this!
This is so great.
Okay.
I just wanted to, at the end, he was such a good guy. Just making sure I was okay. And I was obviously kind of faking a little bit of the frights, and I think he wanted to make sure that I wasn't truly traumatized.
Wow, that's
Help.
incredible.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
That was awesome! Do you ever get tired of it?
Never.
That is awesome.
Great job.
So whose idea was this crazy thing?
58 years old.
Well,
Is that amazing?
Like
this
50.
morning and
50 when he did this.
we were just playing around.
When you come back to Spain and you're doing this all over again, is it?
And I know there's
fun? Does it
a
take you back
certain
to the
percentage of
movie?
the
What does
audience.
it do?
I know
You
someone
it's so
right
much
now
fun because here's all the
who's
people
on there who can't stand.
Beautiful
I'm not going to
cities,
out them,
it's
but
so
I
much
think
fun.
I see someone in your group that hates Tom Cruise that has told me before they hate Tom Cruise. And
Really?
I know there's that contingency, but I think he's all right. Look, I'll give you a list of people that I really think you should hate.
Yeah, I know.
He's not one of them.
I don't mind Tom Cruise at all. I don't. In fact, I love all of the Mission Impossible movies. Like, every time I think he's not going to have something new to do, he finds something new to do. Yeah, Tina, I agree.
Right.
She says, that was totally awesome. I can't believe that you were able to
Thanks,
do that.
Mark,
Mark, do you remember the time you were going to send me on one of your junkets? It was like to Venice or something like that. Do you remember that?
what happened?
I didn't have a passport. And so you were like, hey,
Oh,
man.
that's right. That's right.
You called me,
I
you're like, hey,
And
can,
it's not like it was tomorrow. I said, can you go like next week? It
Yeah.
wasn't that immediate, and you still couldn't make it happen.
now, because the ultimate turnaround time, it's like 2 weeks on a rush, and you can go down to San Francisco and get it, but it was like $550 or something, and I was like, oh no. So anyway, then I got a passport, but it wasn't until after you asked me to go on yet another thing up to Canada, and I couldn't go because I didn't have a passport. So twice you asked me to do junkets. That was for Warm Bodies. I remember that one.
That was another movie. If you haven't seen Warm Bodies, I highly recommend it. The thing about you in those trips, like I always thought, because you were so good. Like me, there's a reason I've been in Sacramento for as long as I have.
Get out of it.
I mean, I think nothing wrong with Sacramento. I'm just saying, with you, I really thought you would be on one of those junkets, and someone like a Judd Apatow would say, "Oh my God, come on in, Brian. Enjoy the warm embrace. Be part of our family, Brian Crall." I really thought that would happen for you, and I would still love for you to go out.
We'll see.
There was a young lady. Do you know who Andy Allo is?
That sounds really familiar. Who is that?
So Andy Allo was a local performing artist. She's a musician, incredibly talented, but was also making the rounds, doing some hosting here and there, and some acting here and there. And she used to guest host occasionally on Market the Movies, and she would go on junkets. And she met Tim Story, the director, on one of the junkets. And he said, "Hey, I'm having a get-together of a lot of professionals at my house. I would love for you to come by."
Yeah.
And she went by, and there was this guy there named, I don't know, Prince, who said, "Let me hear some of your music." Fast forward to a week later, she is opening for him throughout his entire European tour, and ended up becoming his opening act for 3 years, signed to Prince's label. She's currently starring in an original series called Upload, and just amazing. She's so
awesome.
great.
Me and Ian, we binged all of Upload in like 3 days or something like that. It was so good.
So that's Andy Allo. Andy Allo is the lead in that. And I guess I'm just telling you this, Brian, you need to get a passport.
Yeah.
That's all.
I got one now. I'm fine. I have to show this picture really quick too, Mark. You might remember Mike LaRosa. He's like a bartender here at the Comedy Spot, performer, but he loves Tom Cruise, like loves Tom Cruise. So I had him send in a picture. This is him right here, Mark. Dressed as Tom Cruise.
That is awesome.
Isn't that
He's
great?
even got the like appropriate Tom Cruise tight jean.
I know.
Does Mel like Tom Cruise? And by the way, hi Mel.
I don't know. She'll say. She's in there. She's hanging out. Let's see. Let me read some of the comments too. What if Tom Cruise is an alien? That would explain everything. Yeah, Jabberwocky. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm not saying he's not. He very well could be.
I'm impressed that he still does all of his stunts and everything. Here, let me wind that out. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got a.
I was trying to pull that up because that's like the Tom Cruise picture for someone who's in love with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
No matter who you might be.
Mike LaRosa is super into Tom Cruise. It's almost uncomfortable how into Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Mike LaRosa, that's Tom Cruise looking at you.
Yeah. I'll put him. Oh, there we go. Both steely-eyed boys right next to each other.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, what? Ooh. Yeah, he looks like he's looking through your window at you. You're making me cough, Mark. Yeah, it looks.
Can I tell you something I've noticed? What is there anything that you're consuming more during the pandemic that you didn't before? Any kind of like sparkling water in a can? I go through a million of these. In fact, my entire household has decided I never had like an alcohol problem.
Yeah.
I just have a drinking problem. I drink too much of any fluid, it turns out.
It's
we
just
go
that
through cases of this stuff.
Anything in cans you just can't get enough of. So two things. We started to do the water route, and then we stopped buying them because we were just drinking all the water all the time. Tina's on here and she says beer. Yes. She's going through a lot of beer. Tina drinks a lot of wine. She's our neighbor. We've been sheltering in place with Tina a lot, so she's been drinking all kinds of wine. She's gonna hate me for saying
First
that.
comes the sheltering, then comes the intervening.
But you know what the kids are getting into is juice boxes or the Capri Suns. They can't stop drinking Capri Suns at the house, so whatever.
Careful, because they have like boxed wine that's the same size as Capri Sun. Your kids you have no idea what your kids are doing.
Those are the best. Those boxes of wine are pretty awesome. Oh, and Mel says she does like Tom Cruise and she likes you too. So
I miss Mel.
Yeah,
Mel
me
is
too.
one of the coolest people on the planet. You got a good truck.
you have to go back and watch some videos of us playing charades. It's hilarious, Mark.
All right.
I'm
in. That's going to become my new binge watch.
I've got like 20 I've got 20 pictures of Mel because her internet kept freezing this week. So let me drop one in here really quick and see if I can show it. Yeah, so there's Mel. She just
I know what's going on there.
Anyway, all right, Mark, I really appreciate you joining me on the show. Can you tell everybody about your movie projects, plural projects of movies? Yeah, you got Ballbuster coming out.
I was trying to pull up a clip. So I'm asking you, I know this is cheap for me to do this on the live broadcast, but can you have me back by August 4th? Because August 4th, Ballbuster will either open in theaters or just go straight streaming. Regardless, people are going to be watching Ballbuster. It's a comedy with Jerry O'Connell, also starring Lunel, who is amazing in it, also starring Brian Crall, who is really great in it, and Chris Emery as well. Both of you guys crush it. There's a lot of comedy spot representation in the movie.
Yeah, it's really cool. No, Mark, that's great. I'm so excited that this is coming out, and you've had other movies. You have other movies that are out on streaming now?
Yeah. Apparitions, it's doing really well during the pandemic right now. It just rose up to Fandango.com's front page as one of the most viewed movies.
Yeah.
Apparition, Ask for It by Name. Then right after Ballbuster in September, we have a horror movie called Fear Farm that opens up. Notorious Nick, based on the true story of a one-armed MMA fighter that is just, it will make you cry.
Yeah.
It will inspire you. That opens up early next year. We got stuff going on, Brian Crall. But again, Ballbuster starring Brian Crall.
Yeah, starring. Oh, Amy Church says, Amy Church says, I want to see Brian in a hot dog costume.
Okay, can't you keep me on? Can't you give me like 20 seconds to find that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Do I have to go now?
No, go for it. This isn't network TV. I'm in charge. We can stay on as long as we want.
Talk amongst yourself for a moment. Talk amongst yourself.
Everybody's excited about Ballbuster. They also are very excited about Mel and I playing charades.
I'm going to go back to find the clip that one photo that you just showed came from. That was amazing.
It was so great. I kept snapping screenshots every time her internet would freeze up. I don't even know. Like, I'm sharing my screen with you right now, Mark. You can see this. But everything off to the right-hand side here is all screenshots of Mel when she was freezing. Okay, you got a picture?
I got I've got one, but that's not the one I was looking for. You made the movie poster. If you see Jerry O'Connell.
Oh, that's
Jerry
cool.
O'Connell, and then you made the movie poster. So there's that.
Awesome. That's pretty great.
But I've got to show you more. Give me just a second. This is great TV, isn't it? Welcome back.
It's
Mark looks at his phone.
There's a lower standard for, like, we're not live on network where they're telling us we got to go to a commercial and rap. This is just free form jazz, man. It's totally okay.
Okay, awesome. Then we're getting there. We're almost there.
I can't wait till I finish some of my more grounded writing projects because I can't wait to send those to you so you can read those. No more animated stuff. I'm going to actually write stuff that we could actually film locally instead of having to have like Pixar buy it or something.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
I was going to show you a clip from the movie, but you'll have to have me back from that. That was one of my favorite days on the set. That was a good day, my friend. And that scene, that is such a good scene. That, like, I don't want to plot spoil, but what happens after that scene is so good. You really brought it. You committed.
I've talked about, I haven't given any of the plot points away, but I've talked about doing my own stunts and how there was one day on set where I probably fell about 35 times. Here, let me. Oh, yeah.
Little behind the scenes action.
Yeah, that's me right there.
That's you down there. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Wait for it. There's Jerry O'Connell, and boom.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and then I go down to the floor. Hey, can you roll it back? Can you show that, just that last little bit of that? Because
I think so. Now you can see, like, I'm so far away clearly because I wanted to be away from all the pyrotechnics.
What's really great is if you look at the clip again, there is a mat that's out there. There it is. There's a mat that's out there. Right
I know
there.
what you're about to say.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a mat out there to take care of Howard Bird's daughter, right? As she dribbles down and she falls over.
My producing partner's daughter was in the movie.
Yeah, there's no mat behind me the whole time. I fell 35 times. She falls once. She's got this mat that looks like she's jumping out of a 20-story building.
But, Brian, you were surrounded by a nice protective layer of 8-inch thick flannel.
Fat. It's called fat, Mark.
No, you had a hot dog, you had a bun, and you had a Frank protecting you, in theory.
Sure, yeah.
It's a lower budget movie. You got to get to the next tier before you can have mats for everybody.
Yeah,
we're not mats for everybody kind of people.
I'm still doing my own stunts. I'm gonna be larger size Tom Cruise the rest of my life and do all my own stunts.
You're one of those whiners, aren't you? I suppose if we were in production right now, you'd want a mask on everybody, even the guy in craft services that's coughing. We can't afford a mask for that guy.
Mark, that was my favorite day. I mean, I'm not bitching at all. I loved it. I just love that as soon as she's dribbling down, they're like, oh yeah, get the stunt coordinator out. We have to make sure that she's protected. And I'm like, what have I been doing the whole time here? It was great. It was actually really fun. I loved doing that. It was so great.
I can't wait for people to see it. You're very good, especially in the confrontation scene. But I don't want to give that away. All right. I got to go make lunch for the kids.
Mark,
thanks for having me on, Brian Crall, Comedy Spot.
Thanks, buddy. See you later on.
What's up?
All right. That was Mark. I'm so glad he could be on the show. I love that guy. Okay, I have to cough. Hold on. Very good. I'm here alone, so there's nothing going in the air or anything. I can't wait to see it. Brian Cuz, your buns kept you safe. Okay, don't let Mark turn this around. That hot dog costume had zero padding. It was like a shirt. It was like the material of a shirt. It looks really good. It looks like there's some heft to it, but there's no heft to that. It was just my butt. It was my buns. It was my buns. Bun is built-in cushion. They were my buns. All right. Mark, I love that guy. I can't wait to have him on next time. We'll have him on right before it premieres August 4th. And it'll be on streaming, which is kind of cool because a lot of our audience who's not in Sacramento or whatever will be able to watch it. Unless it comes out in the theaters, but you know, everything's weird. All right, we're almost done with the show. Mark was great. I'm glad he shared that clip with us. I want to do our weekly dance party. Every Friday, we have a dance party. Today is no different. But this is a special boy band edition of the dance party. What I mean to say is that I'm going to act out the different characters that are in a boy band as we do our weekly dance party, okay? And I'm going to take off my microphone really quickly. Why? Because I don't want to pull it out of the computer and break anything. Okay, here we go. All right, boy. Alexa's going off because I said computer. I have it set to computer stop. Okay, yes, this is our weekly dance party, boy band edition. I can't play real music. I have to play stuff that won't get me in trouble with copyright stuff. So this is the song I chose is like how can I explain it? Like they're shooting a video that's made for summer, and the boy band is like, oh yeah, this is our summer song that's gonna go like really big. All right, here we go. Yes, Angie, like Star Trek, my Siri is set up, or not, my Alexa is set up to be computer stop instead of Alexa. Okay, all right, I'm putting this down. Here we go. I'm going to turn up the sound effects. Yeah, okay. And then go to the new. Okay, first one. Just want to keep the band together, okay? The sexy one. Okay. Yeah, come on. This is too cool going solo too. Listen, today was fun. We learned a lot from Mark about movies. We ended this whole week. This is my 11th episode. You are awesome. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Happy 4th of July. Don't blow anything up. Wash your hands. Take care of yourself. I'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.